Hi guys, it's Colette with the weekly tarot card and a wonky mic. Stay, hang on, 2 seconds, that's better. Okay, it's the weekly tarot card for Monday the 25th of November 2019 and it is the Queen of Discs, and this might be quite a short weekly tarot card, and I normally say that and it goes on forever, but I've got the cold. I'm still very snuffly and just, you know, the sort of sweats and stuff that come with the cold, but I think I'm nearly through it and I'm excited for the videos that will be in December, so I want to be all ready for them. So anyway, this is the weekly tarot card for the last week in November, and it's actually my card in one level. So what does it mean? Well, basically, as you know, the court cards can represent people. The energies of the people are earth signs, female earth signs, Taurus, Capricorn and Virgo, but normally mature women. And they are the focus of the week ahead. But also as an energy, the Queen of Discs is just a very practically wonderful, energetically good card, even though she represents me with my Taurus birthday. Now, if you have a wee look at the card again, I'll cover up any of the bits that would get us demonetised. That's how bad it is now. You can see that she's got a straightforward gaze. Some lovely symbols on the card if you want to look at it. And she just looks quite determined in her own way. So if we look at it again, in general, the people that will be inspiring us or that we'll need to look after or that really are the pivot of this card's influence are a sign mature women. Now, you can have a mature woman who's 19 if she's an old soul, so remember that. And you can have a very stupid older woman who wouldn't really match up with this. She would be more like a flighty princess. So I'm not into ageism because I've met very many wonderful young women that come out as this card, but they may only be in their 20s, so be aware of that. But when you think mature, think of the way that, you know, people are within their self. You know the difference between a 20-year-old that's very practical and could take anything in their stride to, you know, someone that's not that mature. So if you have a Taurus, Capricorn or Virgo in your family this week, female, focus on them, see what their needs are, and also be aware that you could be very illuminated by what comes from them this week. It's a practical card, but as we go on and mention it as an energy, which we'll now do, it's the epitome of feminine practicality. It's also about fertility of mind and action, and it just is a lovely card. In the world stage, we'll see the benefit of both the people and the energy. So if we look at it as a person, world politics, the world in the week ahead could well be dominated by earth sign mature women. And it'd be interesting to see, you know, if certain women pop up this week, what their star signs are, or if they're just more representative of the energy of that female practicality. We're going to do it and we're stubborn and get out of my way kind of thing. I often wonder, maybe you could do some work like this card. I'm just talking as a, you know, I just draw the cards before I come on. So I watched some telly, YouTube last week, and there was a female that, yeah, kind of the epitome of this card. Her name is Dr. Fiona Hill, and she was part of the impeachment inquiry for Donald Trump. and she come over as, no, listen to me, I'm putting it this way, I'm telling you the truth, and you're all bad little boys if you don't listen to me, because just settle down now. Very much like a very intense school marm. And to be honest, I thought she was brilliant. And now I've brought out this card. That's Fiona Hill. It might be Speaker Pelosi as well, although she seems a wee bit more kind of air-like. Those of you that know astrology and the tarot might do me the favour of looking up some women that are in the in the world and are making their policies or their presence felt. Even maybe Nicola Sturgeon in Scotland. The week ahead, we don't know who's going to be there yet, but we can look at women that are round about just now, and I think that would be a good thing to do. So those of you that just want to know about how this affects your lives will probably bored and have gone by now, so I'm left with the people that know the way that I work. So, and I do have the code. So anyway, so the world basically will be under the influence of a more down-to-earth, practical, feminine, and just the world might feel as though it's getting a hug, a very practical hug, you know, the hug before you're told to go and do something, you know, I'll give you a hug, there we are, there's a hug, now go sort that. That's this card. And the song, before I go to the individual influences of it, the song, again, another one. You must think I'm never off YouTube and social media, but I have the cold, and it's helped me get through by distracting me. So yes, something, a song that I'd forgotten about, that was, you know how you get recommendations in your feed. Yeah, so it's this card, and it's a song by Michael Jackson, and I watched that and I'd forgotten about it. And if you can watch the long version, it's the long version that came up. I think that's better. So, do you see what I'm trying to get over about the practical, earthy, caring, but not in a sort of woozy way? It's got to be a practical caring. It's got to have a way forward. It's got to, it can't just be up there and not focused. There has to be a focus, an action, a practical way forward. And that's the domination of this card, major influence this week. So if we look at the general stuff where we're looking at her presence in your career, again, you could be working for someone or beside someone that is Taurus, Capricorn or Virgo, a female, or even a male with feminine energies. And you know what I mean by that. It's almost like there's a kind of spectrum in this, because you can get some women that are very masculine sort of animus, and males that have very female animus, and that energy, you can tell. A lot of my I feel my soul gender this life is actually possibly more masculine, but yet my husband's is possibly more feminine because of the way we approach stuff. But that could be another video. Let me know if you would like that. Anyway, so you could be working for or around this practical feminine energy. If it's a person, listen to them, because it's their time to be heard. So if it's a boss that you've not given a proper chance, listen. If it's a person, if you're the boss and it's one of your workers, listen. Give the practical female earth signs or feminine aspect of earth signs very much their say in the week ahead. And if you want to use it as an energy, simply be practical about your work, your workload, how it affects everybody else, what you can do in a practical way in the time that you've been given, and deal with that and move forward with it, and you should get through the week ahead. If we look at it in relationships, if you're in a relationship with a female earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn or Virgo, again, it's time to maybe put them first or listen to what they're trying to tell you. You know, if you're a fire sign, say, you could be very much, you know, very, not overpowering, but very much in there. Whereas this type of female will tend to think things out a lot before they blow, and then you'll find it, you know, you will find out what's going on with them. But if you're in a partnership with Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo female, see what they want of the week ahead and listen to their plans, because they'll probably be very good. And if you're looking for a relationship, well, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo females and feminine energy are out there, and it's their week ahead. Okay, if we look at health, she's not really about any particular illness to me or ailment. What she does is bring us a practical mindset. So whether you've got a physical problem or a mental problem, what this card's influence is that sort of more packaged, practical way forward. You know, if we don't know what's going wrong with us, we're probably all over there. Or if we do get a diagnosis but we're not sure where we go next with it, that can be very, very detrimental to all forms of health. This card's influence is someone or something coming in and giving you the regimen of what you're going to do to get better. So it could be an explanation from, you know, maybe a pharmacist or maybe a pain doctor or someone that just explains the situation to you. That could be a nurse on a ward that steps in when maybe the doctor doesn't have the time to explain things. But this very sort of practical, workable feminine energy is actually a very, very good one for health aspects in the week ahead. And if you are a female Capricorn, Virgo, female nurse or someone in the caring environment, you may find that this week that you're the one that is explaining everything to everybody else in your entirely practical and supportive way. So if we look at money, again, a good practical card for looking at what is necessary to be done and planning it. And given it's the Queen of Discs isn't severely practical, you know, she's got enough of that sort of gentler energy round about her to be like, okay, well, we need this and we need this, but also we need a few treats here and we need to be able to put stuff by and we need more heat. She's that kind of energy that will give you a good budget or help you with a good budget, but there'll be nothing austere about it. The Queen of Discs is not into austerity at all. She may be a minimalist. She may be, actually, she won't be a minimalist. She really won't. You look at any Taurian women that are round about you and you'll know they're not a minimalist. You should see my craft cupboard. This house is bulging. Anyway, so no, she wouldn't be a minimalist, but she may, you know, she won't like the austerity. She'll always want a little bit of, you know, padding or sort of movement room in there with the budget. And because of that, people normally keep to that type of budgeting because they can have treats. They can have, they can feel that they're not like on bread and water. So if you are making a budget, particularly as you go up to Christmas, this card will really help you be reasonable, practical, and also not too drastic, which you possibly wouldn't stick to. Spiritually, she's a good time to cleanse your crystals, get out in nature, put your feet in the ground. She's one for walking out and looking at nature and getting really grounded by the nature out there. So I do like this card, but she is my own card, so obviously I've got to have a wee bit of a feeling for her. It didn't look anything like me, but she is the Queen of Discs, and you may really like her. So have a good Queen of this week, and let me know if you, I mean, everybody join in with this. You know, I love this. I know I love your comments, because we're all learning. You know, in the week ahead, or even round about you just now, who represents the Queen of this to you? And even if you don't know the tarot, who is the practical, feminine, determined energy that's round about you at the moment? So join in the comments. Look forward to the competition being drawn next week, the first one with the ring that's going to be charged up for you. It will be drawn in a day or two. And then we're into things that will more be about the festive season spiritually, not here, buy this advent calendar, or I'm going to do an unboxing, nothing like that. Just maybe how to cope with things, and also some meditative practices, or I don't know yet. I've got a wee plan, and I've got a very interesting one that I've already done. So yeah, bear with me, because if I can just get rid of this cold this week, we should have a very interesting December. So many blessings now, and take care. Bye.